Good morning, dear students. I hope you are all fine. Welcome to our today's lesson, which is Our World Part 2 in Module 2. I'd like to start the lesson by sharing the learning objectives with you. By the end of this video, you will be able to talk about past actions using when, and you will be able to write sentences using when correctly. Are you ready? Then you have to open your student book page 23 and your workbook page 17 to find the lesson, Our World. Follow me. Let's start by recalling the text that we read yesterday. Do you remember that text? It was about a school trip. Do you remember? Okay. Can you read this underlined sentence? Well, when we arrived, they took us to a room with famous paintings. Can you tell me what happened first and what happened after that? Of course, we arrived first, and then they took us to a room with famous paintings. Here we have two actions. One of them happened first, and the other one happened after the first one is finished. So we have two actions, but both of them are in the past tense. Look at this. Last Thursday. So both actions happened in the past. Here is another example from the text. Read the underlined sentence. When I went home, I made a glass painting. Try to think now. What happened first and what happened after that? Excellent! First he went home, and after that he started to make a glass painting. So 1. He went home. 2. He made a glass painting. And of course, both actions were in the past. Well, let's read the sentence in the lookbox. When we arrived, we had lunch. Can you tell me what happened first and what happened after that? Remember, both actions happened in the past, and both verbs here are written in the past form. Look at arrived and had. They are both in the past form of the tense. Now it's your turn to think and tell me what happened first and what happened after that. Very good. First we arrived, then we had lunch. So we have two actions, two sentences. But instead of saying two separate sentences, we used when to show the specific time and order of actions. The action that was completed first always followed the time expression when, like here. When we arrived, this is the action that was completed first. We had lunch, and this is the action that was completed after the first one. So, when we arrived, we should add comma, and then we had lunch. Remember, we use when plus past simple to show specific time and order of actions. Look at this example. When I got home, I did my homework. We mentioned before that the action that was completed first always follows when. So, this happened first, and this happened after the first one. Look at the coming example and tell me, what do you notice? He washed his car when he arrived home from work. Excellent! When here is used mid-sentence. But the time and the order of action is still the same. As we mentioned, the action that was completed first always follows when. And we noticed here in this sentence that he arrived first and then he washed the car. So, this is the action that happened first, and then this is the action that happened after the first one. And always, the action that happened first follows when. It's time to talk about the actions that happened in the past using when at the beginning of the sentence and mid-sentence. We will talk about what did Fatima do yesterday, but in order. 1. Get home. 2. Have lunch. Remember, we need to change the verbs into their past forms. So get will be got and have will be had. I will make this example for you. When Fatima got home, comma, she had her lunch, full stop. And now, as we mentioned before, when can be used mid-sentence. I will make this example also for you. Fatima had her lunch when she got home. Can you notice here we didn't use comma? When we use when as mid-sentence, we don't need to put comma between the two actions. So it will be like this and full stop at the end. It's your turn to practice more. Now, talk about what did Karim do yesterday, but in order. First, do homework. Second, watch TV. Remember, you need to change the verbs. Excellent. When Karim did homework, comma, he watched TV, full stop. Karim watched TV when he did homework. Now, we will talk about what did they do yesterday in order. 1. Cook lunch. 2. Go shopping. Remember that you need to change the verbs into their past forms. Pause the video and practice making two sentences using when at the beginning and mid-sentence. Very good. When they cooked lunch, they went shopping. They went shopping when they cooked lunch. Now, take your time to make two oral sentences about what did Amna do yesterday using when at the beginning of the sentence and mid-sentence. Well done. When she read a story, she went to bed. She went to bed when she read a story. Open your student book, page 23. We need to talk in pairs to make two sentences and join them using when to describe the order in which Tom did the actions in the past. I will make the first one for you. Arrive, school, have art lesson. We need to join using when. We need also to change the verbs into their past forms. So, when Tom arrived at school, he had art lesson. What do you think of this? Finish, have. Finish art lesson, have lunch. Join using when. Excellent. When Tom finished his art lesson, He had lunch. We have here get home, do homework. We need to change the verbs into the past form. So it will be when Tom got home, he did his homework. Try to do this by yourself. Good job. When Tom finished his homework, he went to the park with his sister. So far, we finished talking about the past actions using when, and we could do it perfectly. Now, we need to achieve our last objective today. We need to write sentences using when. Open your workbook, page 17, exercise 2. Look at the pictures. Write sentences starting with when, as in the example. 1. Rashid, get up, go to school. And this is picture number 1. Remember, the action that was completed first always follows when. And remember also, we are talking about actions that happened in the past. So the verbs should be written in the past form. So we will change get up and we will change go. When Rashid got up, comma, he went to school. When Rashid got up, comma, he went to school. I will make number 2 for you. This is picture number 2. Rashid arrive at school, have science class. We need to change arrive and have. The sentence will be when Rashid arrived at school, comma, he had a science class. Full stop. Now pause the video and make number 3, 4 and 5 and then I will show you the answers. Number 3. When Rashid finished his science class, he left school. When Rashid got home, he did his homework. When Rashid finished his homework, he went to bed. We reached the end of the lesson. Can you tell me what have we done today? Excellent. We have talked about past actions using when. We could successfully use when to show specific time and order of actions. We learned that the action that was completed first always follows the time expression when. We also learned that when we talk about past actions, we need to use the verbs in the past simple. That enabled us to write sentences using when correctly. Congratulations! You have just achieved our objectives today. Thank you very much, my dear students. Don't forget, practice well. See you soon. Goodbye.